Hello, and welcome to Beyond the Label, a Homefield College podcast where neurodiversity meets opportunity. In this special episode, we'll be chatting to some of our past students about their lives after Homefield. Up first, we have Finola, who used to be a Pathway 3 student at Homefield. Following her successful work placement, we then employed her as our Digital Communications Apprentice. Now, she is in her first year of studying creative writing at De Montfort University.
Hi, I'm Finola and I studied at Homefield College for 1 year. During my time there, I followed a mixed pathway that included employability, life skills and vocational subjects. I explored different areas including art, graphic design and catering, which helped me develop confidence in a workplace setting. Homefield gave me a safe and supportive environment to grow, both personally and professionally. My main focus was preparing for employment, and Homefield gave me the support I needed to build my skills and independence at my own pace. The small class sizes and specialist support meant that I could work at a pace that suited me, and I never felt like I was being left behind. Staff understood my needs and encouraged me to push myself, and gave me practical experience that helped me prepare for work. The work placements were particularly valuable as they gave me a real sense of what I enjoyed and what kind of career I wanted to pursue.
What did you do after finishing your Homefield study programme?
After finishing my study programme, I spent the summer working at Homefield, gaining experience in marketing and communications. This was a great opportunity to apply the skills I had learnt in a real work environment, while still having the support of familiar staff. It also helped me confirm my interest in digital communications. By the end of the summer, I had secured a place on a digital marketing apprenticeship, which was the next big step in my journey. I already knew I wanted to continue learning, but in a way that felt practical and hands-on. An apprenticeship was the perfect balance of education and work experience, allowing me to gain qualifications while applying my skills in a real job. It also felt like a good transition between specialist education and mainstream employment, because I still had structured support while developing my independence. The experience was challenging at times, especially learning to manage my workload in a professional environment, but it was incredibly rewarding.
How did you find the transition from specialist education back to the mainstream environment and the progression to university after your apprenticeship?
Moving from a specialist setting to a mainstream environment was a big adjustment. Homefield had been such a supportive and understanding place, so stepping into an apprenticeship and then university was a huge change. At first, I had to get used to advocating for myself more, as the level of support wasn't as automatic as it had been at Homefield. However, the skills I developed in self-awareness and communication at Homefield helped me find the right support networks. One of the biggest challenges was the difference in support. In a specialist setting, everything is tailored to your needs, whereas in mainstream environments, you often have to ask for adjustments yourself. This was difficult at first, but I learnt to communicate my needs clearly and seek out support services early. Time management was another challenge, as university required a different level of independent study. I overcame this by using structured planning tools and asking for clarification when I needed it. My university course is giving me a deeper understanding of creative writing, which directly supports my ambition to become a young adult fiction author. I'm learning advanced skills in different writing types, critical texts, and understanding the mind of a reader, all of which I can apply to my work. The course is also helping me grow in confidence and giving me opportunities to network and explore different career pathways.
In what ways did Homefield support your journey in your career path?
Homefield played a huge role in shaping my career journey. It gave me a strong foundation in employability skills, helped me gain real-world experience through placements, and supported me in developing my confidence. Without the opportunities and encouragement I had at Homefield, I don't think I would have felt ready to take on an apprenticeship or progress to university. The staff believed in me, which helped me believe in myself.
What advice would you give to current Homefield students who are considering their future career?
Take your time exploring different options and don't be afraid to try new things. Work experience is invaluable, so take advantage of placements to find out what you enjoy. If you are unsure about university, an apprenticeship can be a great way to continue learning whilst gaining experience. Most importantly, don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Move at your own pace and choose a path that feels right for you. And remember, there's always support available, even when you move on from Homefield. When you go to university, you lose your EHCP, but don't worry, there's still support available. I applied for Disabled Students Allowance. As part of my award, I get weekly mental health mentoring and ergonomics, such as a suitable desk chair and specialist software to help with processing information. I also asked for slides in advance and created a student support plan with the transitions team.
What 3 words would you use to describe Homefield?
Nurturing, inspiring, stepping stone.
Up next, we have Mason, who started at Homefield as a Pathway 2 student before progressing onto a supported internship at Imago Venues. Imago have now employed Mason in the Link Hotel. In this section, we will hear from Mason and his manager Luke about his career journey and the importance of inclusive employers.
My name's Keely and I'm the careers lead at Homefield College, and today I'm here with Mason.
Hello.
Mason, I've come to see you at work today. Where do you work? And how long have you been here?
I work at the Link Hotel in Loughborough. I started working here late January, early February, but I started my job here in August, so 8 months I've been working there.
Wow. And can you tell me about your career journey so far?
Of course. Well, my career journey, it all started when I was on my last year at college, and when we were coming to the end of it, me and my dad were wondering what I was going to do for a job, because I enjoy working a lot, and it was just only a week or two before the last half term of the year of that final year at college that when Lynn came in to see me that day and gave me a job offer, I was speechless. I was relieved and thrilled because I enjoyed working here and I've been wondering what was going to go on. And yeah, since after I got that job offer, it really felt like a life changer. It was a life changing experience. My grandparents were thrilled, and even my dad was speechless when I told him when he got back from work late that night. After having the first month of the summer off for a little holiday, when I came back in August, it really felt, it was the first time actually, a first ever job, and it was the first time actually doing something like a bit of a career. It really changed my life, and I felt, well, like a lot's changed in a good way, and I've been enjoying working here. And being honest, I can't believe I started here 8 months ago. I don't know where it's all gone to, the time.
The time does fly, doesn't it? Especially when you're having fun. So what was it that led to you getting your current role? You've talked about being at college and it being in your final year. So how did you get into Imago or into the hotel business?
Oh, well, it all started when I was doing the job as an intern when I was working at Burley Court. I was there for a little while, and then just coming up to Christmas, I was told I was not going to be working there because they were having a lot of construction or redecorating there. I think it was late January or early February started working at the Link, because they all know I enjoyed working at Burley Court. They thought, why not see how I work at one of their other hotels? And so when working here, it's pretty good. I mean, it's way different, and to be honest, as much as I enjoy working, I don't like when there's chaos, because it was a bit chaotic up there and that, more busy than New York City, to be honest. Since I came here, I've been enjoying my work here. Yeah, that's how things started and that, and well, I don't know where I'll be if I didn't have the job offer.
Thank you, Mason. So if 2 years ago I'd said to you, Mason, would you like a job in a hotel? What do you think you would have said 2 years ago?
didn't know how I'd be doing with hotel work because I never actually thought about it until not long after I started enjoying it, to be honest. That's actually a good question. I might have been interested, I might not have, but like I said, I only shown an interest after I gone around to being used to the work at a hotel, which then again I thought it would have been sort of hard, but after I got into the role of doing some things, I kind of got in the hang of it. When I was told about it and that, I was wanting to give it a go. I'm up for a challenge in that, as long as I know what the challenge is about. If I wasn't told or literally been put on this sort of thing, I wouldn't have been given the job offer or even be here if it never happened.
And what role have mentors played in your career?
I'm going to start with home field first because my overall coach, Eileen, she was with me the whole time, coming here and there. And she came with me for starters, travelling with me here and to there, catching a train, catching a taxi. After a while, I started doing it myself. So I learned another thing there and catching a train by myself in the taxi. I appreciated Eileen being there with me. We had nice chats and got on great. I really appreciated being there for me, and even when I was doing the travel by myself, when I come back and that, she always asks how I gotten on, and I always been honest with her. Pretty much everyone at Homefield has been there for me. Everyone at the Link Hotel, they've been spot on really. They helped me do a few things other than the original jobs that I do here. They helped me learn a few things, they've shown me how to do the coffee machines and that. I learned where the Hoover was going because they moved Henry Hoover to a different place. Everyone's been good. I was given a heads up about quite a lot of things that were going on. Luke and John have been good and always asking how am I all the time. And yeah, everyone's been spot on. Everyone at Homefield has been spot on. So I really appreciate everyone being there. And that's me being honest from in my heart, honestly.
Thank you, Mason. And what about your family? Have your family been really supportive of your career?
Absolutely. I mean, my auntie and my grandparents, they've been asking how my day's been, and so's my dad. And my dad helped me out with the transport. He arranged for the taxi transport to drop me off here and take me back home. They really support me no matter what, really, because they know I enjoy it here, and funnily enough, my dad knows I enjoy it here because he actually came here and visited just last year, just gone, and he really likes seeing how I really love it here, and he knows that I'm supported and I'm cared for here. So yeah, my dad's been supporting me the entire time because he and I are there for each other, and he's been there for me and I'm there for him. So yeah, they're very supportive.
Brilliant. So Mason, if you had to describe Homefield in 3 words, what 3 words would you choose?
Well, the 3 words for Homefield, since, been there for the 4 years, I'll say a life difference, a lot of experience, but also feel safe and there's someone always there to talk to. It was definitely a change for me after I left school. So being honest, if I never went to Homefield, I never would have gotten my working as a bit of an intern here. If that never happened, I never had a job. I never know what the future is going to be like, but here we are some years later. It's definitely changed life for the better.
Do you think then that you have found a career within a business that is inclusive?
Yeah, it has been conclusive. I mean, I enjoy it here, so I couldn't see myself having a job offer anywhere else. Being honest, there is nowhere else that I want to be other than here, really. I don't know what I would have done at all without the help from everyone from here or at Homefield, or even help from my family, really.
What 3 words would you choose to describe your career?
Wow, that's actually a very good question. Well, the 3 words will be, I may have said this before, life-changing, and a safe environment, and you meet a lot of people and make a lot of new friends along the way.
What advice would you give to other autistic people who are thinking about what career to take?
Just like me, I know they'll be wondering what things are going to be like, whether they're going to be nervous and that, which I was kind of a little bit nervous before starting working at a hotel, but the advice I'll give is, yes, they'll be nervous, but they will learn a lot of things that I hope that they've been dreaming of, really. Whatever their dream is for their careers, they hopefully will get there, even though it would take some time, which I know that every career job does. If they actually feel brilliant with their careers and they want to have a chance at doing that career, I would say they go ahead for it, because it will be life-changing and there might be a few bumps on the road, as everyone would say, not a literal road, but it gets better and there'll be people there to look out for them at that line of work, and what happens on the rest of the journey, it'll be up to them to know what goes on, because none of us know where the road takes us in life. Like, I didn't know where the road would take me last year. Always know that there'll be a lot of opportunities in life for a career of any sorts, which life is full of surprises, as everyone would say.
Mason, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Anytime.
Hi Luke, thank you for taking the time to talk with me. We've already talked about the fact this is your first podcast, so thank you for trying something new. Can you start by just explaining to the listeners what the partnership between Homefield and yourselves look like and why you're here today, please?
Yes, so I'm here today, first of all, one, to accompany Mason. But I feel like Mason's accompanying me a little bit. We're a team, aren't we?
We are.
And you're a great addition to our team, so I thought it'd be a bit of a pleasure for me to join you on this podcast. And yes, the first time we've both done it together. We've worked with Homefield College for around 2 years. We wanted to take the opportunity to provide students that you work with venues for them to complete their internships with us. So along with giving something back to the community in various ways, this massively aligns with our company values.
So one of the questions I asked Mason was about, does he think that you're inclusive? Can you just talk us through maybe some of the accommodations or adjustments can employers make to help autistic employees thrive in their roles?
If you want people to do their best work, I believe you set them up for success. Autistic employees, to me, don't need special treatment, just the right conditions, clear instructions, no vague nonsense, a routine they can rely on, maybe a quieter space or fewer distractions. Let people play to their strengths instead of forcing them into roles that don't suit them, maybe. And if they tell you what they need, listen. Simple adjustments make a big difference. A supported worker is a worker who stays, and in this industry, that's worth its weight in gold. So I believe the adjustments that we would make are making you comfortable in what you do.
Great, thank you. What advice would you give to neurodivergent people who are considering a career in the catering and hospitality industry?
Well, hospitality is fast, loud, often unpredictable, but that doesn't mean it's not for you. It's about finding your place. Some people thrive in the rush of service, others prefer the precision of prep. You play to your own strengths, so stick to a routine, learn your station and own it. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need. Clear instructions, a bit of space, whatever helps you work best. And don't waste time trying to be someone you're not. The right team, the right manager, the right business They will see the value you bring. Skill and reliability matter more than small talk. So focus, be sharp, and prove your worth. I see it as the industry needs people like you.
That's great advice. Thank you so much. So you've mentioned that you've worked with Homefield for a couple of years. Do you think that that's something that we can continue?
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you know what? I see this as not just an opportunity for people from Homefield, but as an opportunity for us as a business. The relationship that us as a team have built with Mason. We spoke just before starting the podcast, and you mentioned that when you think of Mason, you think of this is someone that loves to have a conversation. Yeah. When I think of Mason, it just puts a smile on my face. And that, as Mason would say, is talking from my heart.
Fabulous. And Luke, if you were to describe your experience with supported internships in 3 words, do you have 3 words for it?
Opportunity, happiness, and exciting. I see it as an opportunity for both the students and the business to learn from each other. I get a lot of happiness working with Mason, and I see Mason radiates happiness throughout the business. People that work with him seem to be happier, and that's just a great thing. We are an exciting business to work in. Not every day is the same. When you work in hospitality, every day is different, and I think Mason would agree with that. It's exciting to come into work and not know what today is going to bring. Going to work with a team that's going to enjoy working with you. And it's exciting for us to know that we're going to have a great member of our team for the long term.
Thank you for listening to our special episode of Beyond the Label. For more information about our podcast or Homefield College, visit our website at www.homefieldcollege.ac.uk or check out our social media accounts. See you next time!